Welcome everyone, I hope you're having a great day. My name is True, as in True can't teach an old dog new tricks, but today I will be showing you that that statement is false. I really believe that everyone can draw, and with practice you'll see an improvement in your skill level. I'm a living example, #NotDead. Listen, I know there are varying opinions of my art, it's really natural. I don't have a specific style yet because I haven't been drawing long enough to gain one. Currently, my preference is a comic book, sort of cartoony look, and for today's content, we will be testing out this style that I saw in a picture. Of course, it's cartoony. This picture caught my eyes in a few ways. I think the layers produce an effect that looks like an old-timey sort of editing mistake. I also love the simplicity of this design, and it faintly reminds me of the character from the game Fallout. I valued this piece of art so much that I decided to replicate it with a few embellishments. I then liked that idea, so I drew him in a different position and expression. I did this again in math when I was a little lost with the topic. Maybe that wasn't the best idea to focus? Anyway, then my liking grew for this style so much that I decided to make this video on it. Before we get started, please subscribe to my channel and ring that bell so that you don't miss my next video and that I can keep making these videos. Let's get to it. The format I wanted to test these characters out in was 3 characters and 4 expressions each, so that gave me 12 boxes, and I measured out the space for each box so it'd be pretty evenly spaced. Quick math. The basic face for the boy was just the same as before, so I didn't really have to change anything for that one. For the girl's face, I obviously wanted to keep the same style, so I used the same eyes, nose, and mouth, and neck, and pretty much everything except for the hair, because that was the most evident thing I could do. For the third character, I decided to do an animal, and that animal would be a wiener dog. I chose this one because it has some pretty distinct features like the long ears and the long nose. And believe it or not, this is my first time ever actually drawing a dog. Similar to how I was limited to only change the hair for the girl to change it from the guy's style, I am also limited to only the eyes and the mouth for expressions for these characters. This is because the character's style is really simple, so these are the only features that can show those characteristics. As you can tell, I changed the style for the girl's hair in the second drawing. That's because I wanted more of a 1950s bob cut look to fit that Fallout aesthetic. It seemed like it was more fitting to do a shorter haircut because of the time period. Here you will notice that my hair and my head actually got in the way of the camera a little. That's because the more focused I was on drawing, the more I leaned in to get a better view, so I apologize for that. That's just something I'm working on right now. Once again, I could only use eyes and mouth for expression. Here's a quick tip. The human face has very specific expressions, and the slightest change can affect the feel of a piece. So I want you to be careful, but also consider trying the expression out on a test paper like I'm doing here. This is essentially a grid of faces that I can reference later. Another great tip is to look at your own expressions in the mirror. You can take photos if you need it, so your face doesn't get tired. Your face will help as examples, and it is always with you, I hope. I wanted to repeat that again. This is really the reason I did this sheet. It's to have it as a reference and to test things out, because you don't want to be testing your style on the final piece. So here we have it, all three characters and all their expressions. I really do like the simplicity of this style. I wanted to remind you all that I am an amateur. Since my passion for drawing only began a few months ago, I am hardly a professional like Jazza or Vex. I am still ironing out the wrinkles of what my art is and how I make my videos, but I am certain that I am an artist. My question for you is, when will you claim that title? When will you put pencil to paper and be proud of whatever standing you're in? So that is my artist tip for today. Just start. My question for today is, what aspects and what parts of my video do you value the most? Please leave your responses down in the comments so I can read those and get back to you. Have a great rest of your day and keep your head up. Keep drawing, and I will see you next time.